This is what we've been waiting for, folks. This is the game of the week, and the anticipation, the energy have been building. It's a late season, top 25 matchup here. Two teams that have earned the right to be ranked will test each other, and there's big playoff implications. And we'll see the number 14 team in the country, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
The offense now operating in empty. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. They stop him, but it's a first down.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. The back's got it. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Snags a quick throw. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
He hands it off from the gun. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
He's going to pull it down and run. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
This will be the 9th play on the drive. An inside give now from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Impressive opening drive. The 10th play coming up. It's third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Taking a shot here. Grab down the middle. It's Douglas. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch.
That's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
So another third down conversion. Now they're set up at 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Direct snap to the back. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Got it.
2nd down and goal upcoming.
Here we go. Go.
Looking to score with a run to the right. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Pirates. They're going to try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. To be tackled at the 21, that's good work by the coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll run it here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
But Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
He lets it go on the move. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two, and that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the 2nd half.
Going for a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll toss it to the right side. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And they heave it deep downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
Intercepted by Louisiana Tech. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense will make the stop, and what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, East Carolina 7, Louisiana Tech 0.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, drops back. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up, and sometimes you can get sacked.
And here's the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And he scores. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When a quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Point after, knocked right through. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It's an out route, the catch made. Breaking free at midfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10.
42 Spider.
Sticking with the running game. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap, he turns it around, he flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Does Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Get set, get set. Ready.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Turns on the speed. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. He will score. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking this guy anymore.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. East Carolina's offense has back out onto the field now. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run, the pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. On the run, he'll let it go. It's caught downfield. Breaks loose at the 45. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Brings up 2nd down.
Ready up.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Here we go.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Are you ready?
Here's the 2nd down play.
Stand. Ready.
Ball handed off. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
But the defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch made on the out route. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
What a great route here by this tight end on 3rd down, and the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on 3rd down? Of course, the tight end, and now we've got 1st and goal.
Makes a quick grab. He'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Okay, ready.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Fire.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Chris, just really impressed by this defense. They're backed up near their own goal line, really doing a good job of rallying to the football in these last couple plays. Now, let's see what happens here on this 3rd and goal.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. That play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 5 now. And the quarterback dropping back. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Across midfield. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
21, East Carolina, 14.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Let's it fly out of the wideout. The pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
And here comes a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Pirates. Strong game by this quarterback.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And the returner will be brought down. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll tackle him out across the 20. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
He pulls it in for a big gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime.
Timeout, Louisiana Tech.
Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's running out of time here. And they've got him a sack on the final play of the first half. Good momentum for this defense heading to the break. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Pirates will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown.
Chris, when was the last game you saw not only 1, but 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown by the same guy? Unbelievable performance, not only by the return man, but the entire unit setting these returns back for touchdowns.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Short pass finds the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the back.
He's picked for a third time tonight. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down, though.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, let's face it. They dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what. They're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
That sack sets up a third down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he'll get there. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
East Carolina, 21.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Third down, the offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. The first down pickup tackle at the 45. The Pirates looking to keep this drive moving. looking to throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He bought some time, now lets it go. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Now, everybody's entitled to whatever they think is best for their own defense. But, man, this quarterback is just sitting back there with all kinds of time to be able to evaluate the coverage and make a throw. This defense better get more aggressive and start getting after the quarterback.
The Pirates will line up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
And with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Tackled after the completion, down at the 1-yard line.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's his guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good. Cuts it to a 7-point game, 35-28. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs them up 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the single back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. But they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Boy, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching your head. You had him at 2nd and forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's 3rd down. You better make up for it right here.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Returner is brought down. Gets a start on the next drive. East Carolina's offense heads back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd down here. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
On the ready.
First down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Off target and incomplete.
It leads to second down.
Got it.
Getting set. Here's second down.
Now 55 feet.
After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Looking to scramble. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's going to be taken down, sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter.
End of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Louisiana Tech 35, East Carolina 28.
The Pirates will line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Louisiana Tech offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. Kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up 1st downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Takes the handoff on the counter play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
Punt team ready to boot it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And it's caught. He's found some room at the 45. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out on the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looks to the left, pass caught. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
Second down coming up.
The Pirates looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
Get set. Get set. Ready to
Handoff in a single back formation. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The offense eager to keep this drive going, but facing a 3rd and long from the 20 now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he wisely decides to just throw the ball away there on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Oh, he just missed his receiver there on 3rd and short. Now you got to think in the 4th quarter, 4th and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
The attempt is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. Solid run. They'll bring it back at the 28-yard line.
He's tackled at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
42, East Carolina. 28.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops with the 2-minute warning. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. And we've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. 2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap. And he's looking to throw. Fires it. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually...
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game. And another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The Pirates will bring their punt team on the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Oh, and he's got some space here. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. We'll see if they can keep that going here. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. A really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Boy, they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.